quality, find out the leaders in between them. I'll and groom them for through awareness session as well as climate change sessions. Apart from that, will work with schools in the education system, where we will work on climate change model schools, as well as will go for plantation in next 3 years. For what I am planning to plant around 1 lakh trees in next 3 years. Apart from that, I'll also I'll also support through my organization to do some creativity or innovations based on climate change interventions in the schools. So it's a I have developed a 1 year project along with my team, WCS team, as well as my CSR team here, and will implement this project with the team of with my NGO partner or with my team here.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. I was in Udaipur recently. Are you based in Udaipur? In Hindustan Singh?
Yeah, I'm based at Chittorgarh.
Chittorgarh, yeah, it's close by. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
But we had a head
great.
office in Udaipur.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. Just
Thank
to keep it a little bit short, Ravindra, can you do your elevator pitch?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Ravindra, and I'm based in Central India and Madhya Pradesh. And specific location is Anuppur. This is a tribal district in a very remote location in Madhya Pradesh. I have been part of World Climate School for last 3-4 months, and today is last session, 12 module. We have very much enjoyed the all sessions and learned many things, because we were not knowing about what is going on about the climate change and what impact will be in coming new generations. So we have learned many things, and we have designed some projects also. I am in collaboration with one school, that is Bal Bharati Public School. They have chain of school, and we are fortunate that that school is in our vicinity. So we are planning to form a green club in that school. And we will first sensitize our teachers, then we will sensitize the students, and we will try to develop new generations to understand about the climate disasters, its impact on society, and how they will cope up with this problem. So we are already in discussion, and I think in next couple of weeks we will decide how we will go ahead. Some strategy we have decided that teachers, after teacher sensitization program, we will involve the students, and activities will be there, sensitizing students through PPT, documentary, film, lectures, street plays, theaters, quiz competitions, posters making. This various type of activities we will design. And we will also try to invite some special lectures from experts. Definitely we will get support from WCS for all study materials, and this kind of support, technical support, we will take from WCS. And we have also decided with the school authority that appreciation and award will also be proposed. The students who are doing best practices, water, energy, plantation, and climate change in their locality. So we will do this all program in future, sir.
So what is the scope of your program, Ravindra? How many people will be involved? How many schools?
Right now, sir, there will be 450 students and 20 teachers. And then after we will go outside, sir.
Yeah, then it will be replicated, because Bishop, the idea is that we are doing a teacher program, and that once we have seeded it in one school, then they go out, venture out, and replicate the idea. Of course, it will change all the time to local circumstances.
Is it like similar to the climate project? Because I did that training with Al Gore, that was many years back, but they also had this TOT model where you would train the teachers and then the teachers would train the students.
I would like to answer that. Actually, I was in the Al Gore program as well. And his description of the challenges is very good, very thorough and highly motivating. But we have added many layers on the solutionary side, at which I think he he's missing a lot. So yes.
Okay, so that was nice. Thank you, Ravinder. Viral or Roshan, can you do a 1-minute presentation of what you are doing to do awareness about climate change? And then afterwards, we'll ask Rishabh to do his short presentation as an opening for today's session. I expected more people, but maybe they should come in.
So Chetna is just logging in. I would suggest he can continue with the presentation. She's logging in next few minutes because her internet is not working right now.
Okay. Well then, again, Rishabh, over to you. Maybe you can. I see that Deep is coming in. Maybe you can do your short presentation on the Earth Bank, because I know you need to leave at the top of the hour or before that.
So thank you very much for having me in this forum. It's so amazing to see all the beautiful work being done across India. I think I'm going to start with sharing a brief video from our website. I guess some of you did see it, but some of you did not see it. So I'm going to start with that. I'm originally from India. I grew up in India, but currently I live in Stockholm. I did my master's in the UK on economic development, and then I came back to India to work with Dr. Shiva, worked with building something called the Indian Youth Climate Network. Currently, I'm the co-founder of Earth Bank, sit on the board of SDG 2022, was involved in developing the youth constituency in the UNFCCC to get the youth engaged in the climate process, and also been involved in designing the SDGs back in 2012. So I would quickly share, but I would say that one thing that I've struggled with for the last 10 years and haven't still been able to solve, and hopefully will solve soon, is the Nala in front of my house in South Delhi in Defense Colony, which we knew that the water was not treated, and then it was covered, and that case, now we have won in the High Court, and hopefully we'll be able to treat the water and also recover the compost from that. But that's like a little bit of a backstory. With Earth Bank, what we do is we educate banks and financial institutions to help them to make more sustainable decisions. So this is a short video. Can you hear?
To avoid runaway climate change, we need to draw down 300 gigatons
very low sound.
in
Very
10
low
years.
sound. Okay.
At Earth Bank, we believe that sustainable
Now?
finance can be the
Yes,
force for
now good.
change that's needed.
Okay, I'll start from the start.
To avoid runaway climate change, we need to draw down 300 gigatons of carbon in 10 years. At Earth Bank, we believe that sustainable finance can be the force for change that's needed to solve our planet's greatest threat. But sustainable finance needs to be data-driven, smart, targeted, and quantified to deliver positive impact on the ground. Earth Bank empowers banks and their business customers to solve climate change with a simple 3-step process. It starts with carbon and ESG reporting to track and manage business climate externalities and reduce operating costs. Sustainable Finance AI enables businesses to access lower-cost sustainability-linked loans. And finally, we offset unavoidable emissions with the world's first continuously audited carbon credits with our AI carbon verification technology backed by the European Space Agency. Carbon offsets are verified and monitored up to every 5 days to ensure that carbon drawdown is quantified precisely, bringing trust and transparency to the net zero movement and commitments. When a bank business customer enters their information into the carbon calculator, the carbon and ESG report is automatically emailed to the business. It contains targeted emission reduction goals and strategies that will not only reduce the business's carbon emissions, but also their operating costs. The white label Earthbank dashboard provides a sticky user experience, gamifying invoice uploading as the pathway to access low-cost sustainable loans. Our AI benchmarks the business against industry emissions averages and incorporates this into the recommendations. The business bank manager overseeing the loan book still has the final decision on whether the business qualifies for a sustainable loan. We generate climate risk information, credit risk scores, and source other decentralized data points, including open banking APIs, to enrich the data, and we take it all into consideration when supplying a sustainable loan recommendation. Earthbank can funnel billions of euros into sustainable loans to drive carbon drawdown by financing sustainable business efficiencies and activities. To achieve the Paris Agreement target requires 23 trillion euros. We provide the decision metrics engine to make that capital flow into the right opportunities by providing rich datasets and using rigorous protocols. We empower commercial and multilateral banks to drive net zero strategies for their business customers while de-risking their loan books. We create a triple win outcome where all incentives are aligned between banks, their business customers, and the planet. This delivers a triple top-line impact for people, planet, and profit. Join the movement to reach net zero. Becoming an Earthbank customer means becoming a bank for the Earth.
So I think I'll just stop there because I think that, that there's a lot in that video. Yeah, and so if you have any questions, I can clarify that.
I think Rishabh, if you could share your one of the presentation, will let us look into it visually when time is there, so that we understand it properly. Okay, it's not you have to do something first. We have to do ourselves to come to the state where we can communicate with you. And for that, we have to go through your presentations, go through your website.
Can you put the link of the presentation video in the chat, please?
Yeah, so this actually is on our website. So this video that I played is on our website. So I'll just put a link of my website. I mean, we have a good content there on the website. And then also we have a lot of good content on our Facebook and LinkedIn channels.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
thank you.
That's not a direct link to the video, but we'll find that. Yes. Thank you.
It's on the front page. You just scroll down and you'll see.
Perfect.
I'll also put a direct link to the video if you want to. Yeah.
Wonderful, amazing project. And I think there's a lot of synergies with all these projects anytime. I mean, both companies and people who are regenerating Earth, they all need to link up, because in the end we have the solutions, but we need the network to link up all the solutions to become a movement that's strong enough.
Yeah. I will also put another video of, so I mean, you know, the thing that I saw in the last 10 years when I was working on climate and environment is that a lot of people felt that, oh, to go into environment or, you know, climate means compromising on our quality of life. But I discovered that actually that's not the case. It's just that we haven't factored some of the costs of, you know, drinking polluted water, breathing in polluted air, you know, living with less hygiene. But if you actually take in some of that costs, and of course, there are some real costs as well. I mean, cost of electricity, as we all know, it's very expensive, especially in countries like India and Africa. And capital itself is expensive. So if you take into consideration that if I am, you know, putting a solar, for example, it will reduce my operational costs. It actually does make more business sense to invest in that, because it reduces the risk from a banking perspective on the customer, but also me as a business will save month-on-month money. And it's the same thing with water, because of course we don't have a price on water in India, but the people who I work with in the SME business, in the different industrial clusters, they had to pay for water because they were not harvesting rainwater, they were not recycling water, and they were not taking that into their cost of operations. And it's the same with materials, the same with recycling. So building this circular economy does have a lot of economic benefits, and they do come in time, but you need finance and people who are making decisions on finance to understand the medium and the long-term impacts of that. Because if they don't understand it, then of course they are going to charge you higher interest rate to get an electric car or solar. But if they understand it, today I'm going to talk to someone who is leasing an electric car, and they are willing now to offer it at the comparable price to a diesel car, because they know that it is cheaper for me to run. Today, for me to run an electric car is 1/10 the price than a diesel car, month on month. So it does make more, business sense. So I think that's basically the learning that we have and what we are trying to put to banks and businesses.
Wonderful.
Maybe I can see that Chetna is back. Maybe Chetna and Rangbhoomi could present also before Rishabh.
Hi, Chetna. Please show yourself. You're hiding. Chetna, can you hear us? Ah, there you are.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, internet issues today. Namaste, everybody.
Hey.
Yeah. So we were thinking to do this in a theatrical way, if that's okay with everybody.
Please.
Good.
Okay, because Viral is also here, Roshan and I. So Roshan and Viral,